In a world where disaster has become, the core factor, or it's become a thing that is reoccurring. We talk about floods, then we talk about hurricanes, we talk about different types of disaster currently. Now, the question is, each and every single time you see the headline, they call it natural disaster. But truly, examining it, you'd want to ask, is it really natural? Or is it something we are cursing? Is it a human-made kind of disaster? And which is why today we are going to be exploring this topic, natural disaster. Is it nature's fault or ours? Hello everybody, you're welcome to the Lifestyle Show here on What TV, where we bring you interesting discussion. Thank you to all our amazing followers. If you haven't followed us, of course, you can follow the Lifestyle playlist on What TV YouTube. Do not forget to like, of course, keep subscribing, and then keep sharing. Asimra, your girl EJ, I'm the host. Thank you all very much for joining us today on this very particular episode. Now, I have two amazing guests with us here in the studio. I'm going to give them the floor to kind of like introduce themselves, okay? Without further ado, let's meet them. Hello, Ma, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
What is your name, please?
My name is Nadesh Dosumu.
Okay.
And I'm a climate specialist in disaster risk management.
Thank you very much for joining us today, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm happy to be there.
Thank you very much. And then we have another gentleman. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good.
He's actually a very popular face. I'm sure you guys are used to already. It's good to have you here, sir.
Thanks.
May we know you, please?
Yes, I'm Ketemepi.
Okay.
I am a pastor.
Okay.
And also, what can I say? Advertising manager of Notre TV.
Exactly. Thank you both very much for coming. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, yes, let me turn to you on this particular question. When disaster hits, who do we really blame? Is it the society, or do we blame nature?
Thank you for the question.
You're welcome.
In my opinion, I think it comes for the both sides.
Okay.
When we talk about disaster, is the interaction between a natural hazard and then the vulnerability and the exposure of the population.
Okay.
So when we talk about natural hazard, for instance, as extreme rainfall can trigger the flood, but the exposure and the vulnerability of the population can increase the flood risk.
Okay.
When risk occur, we have damage to the population. For instance, when I decide to build my house in a flood-prone area, then I'm exposing myself
to the disaster. Okay.
And in one of the communities that we work, I don't know if I can mention the project name here.
No, you can just...
Okay.
Yes.
So, the population, they told us that sometime after a heavy rainfall, the flood may occur. But when water finds its way, its natural way, it will flow.
Yes.
So after some minutes or 1 hour, no flood.
Yes.
But in a case whereby we have population doing many things that block water to flow, or building the houses,
flood risk areas,
not respect the law of the environment, it will provoke damage, and then we call disaster.
All right then. Okay. So what do you think?
I think we are actually the problem of the nature.
Okay.
Because we denaturalize the nature, believing that we are doing something for ourselves. Because I would just say a simple mindset. The sun rises in the morning and goes on set in the afternoon.
Right.
No one, if you want to block the road of the sun, you are the problem. The sun is not the problem.
Of course, of course.
And we have seasons we have 4 seasons. The main rainy season and the other ones. By the moment we want to set some things on their road, we are the problem. Nature does not have any problem.
It's not a respecter of anyone.
Yeah. This is my question, my answer.
Yes, from what the both of you have said, it's clearly our fault most times what happened. I mean, she's making it very clear that most times people get to, obstruct the flow of, the way the water is supposed to pass. You see people building and doing some certain things there, which ends up causing disaster. But it's all good. Now, think of any disaster, all this flood, drought, wildfire, and so on and so forth. Do you think it's purely natural?
Yeah, let me just say, we are in a rainy season, and across the coast, from Côte d'Ivoire right to Nigeria, in a few weeks that we spent, there was flood all over.
Yes.
And I was watching something on the Ghanaian TV when the president was going on an aeroplane expecting. And there was a place where they happened to tell him that there was a road where the water used to pass.
There's a passage.
And people built houses over there.
Oh, wow.
They built houses in such a way that the flood goes over a whole environment where more than 100 houses were underwater. We cannot say, I'm sure the environment department told the people this is not a place where you should
And they've probably told them not to build there or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But
if I should talk about some areas in Lomé, there are some areas when it starts raining, you start seeing water there. But I've seen people who literally go and buy lands at those places.
They will tell you that it's going to get upgraded.
Believing that things will change. But before you go and buy the land, you see water. So we are the problem.
Okay, now following what he said, right, do you think positive planning, like building in flood zones or near fault lines, do you think it turns a natural event into a deadly one?
Yeah, definitely. Because like he said,
yes.
Yeah, you know that it's the natural way of the water. They told you.
And those places are actually very cheap. Those natural way of water, they're actually very cheap, you know. So affordable.
Then you go and build your house there.
Yes.
Then after when the hazard will, like he said, the sun, it will rain. And with the climate change, we have
steady rainfall.
Extreme weather event. So with all those information, you go and build your house there. And maybe you don't have income like to maybe build a very good house. So you are exposed, you are vulnerable. Then after when flood occurs,
start
shouting, help me, government. But the change needs to come from you. From first, before.
Okay, now I want to ask you something. It has to do with, now, how much do humans' actions like deforestation, pollution, wildfire, how much, and climate change, how much do you think it makes disaster worse or even more frequent?
Yeah, like I was saying, for instance, climate change now is increasing the occurrence of the climate with the extreme climate
weather conditions.
Yes, for instance, flooding occur more now, frequently in intensity. And also when we talk about deforestation, the tree help to absorb the water and help also in the water
passage.
Yes, the speed of water, it's not,
it slows down.
So we are cutting the tree, and also when we talk about pollution, when we used to throw away the trash anywhere, we may think it's just one bottle, it's just one bag, it won't create flood. But we used to say 1 + 1
it's
2.
Yes.
So let's say 1 + 1 million.
Yes.
It will create damage.
Create flow. Okay, thank you very much. How do you think?
One thing I want to say about this, which is natural and we need to know is, it is not from yesterday that we are informed that nature is changing.
Yes.
It is something that we know for some of us. We know for a long time. We know that when you go to the seaside, they will tell you the sea was here, but now the sea is at
Yes. It keeps changing.
But sometimes, even if I take from Lomé to Benin border, there are 3 different roads, and they will show you that was the first road that was built in this year, the second road, and they will even show you some houses that were at the seaside, but today they are flooded. We see all these things, and it does not
freak us at all. No.
Some people are even they are even moved to go and buy some new land by the seaside. Now, she was saying something which is very interesting. When you have a tree in your house, the shape of the tree covers the land. When the rain falls, it falls first on the tree.
Yeah.
So it scatters it. But now the trees are removed. The deforestation, for example, when it rains, it goes directly to the soil.
Yes, please.
Taking the coverage and making all these places exposed to so many things. Now, for example, when the rain is falling on the mountain and it is taking the shade to the ground, where is it going to? It's going to damage something somewhere.
Yes,
so there are so many actions, little by little, that we create.
Add to it.
I would also say something. There is no garbage placed all around us, and we create it ourselves. When we take our dustbin and everything from our home, we come and put it somewhere. When it rains, what are we expecting? Are we expecting our homes to be safe? Because when it rains, it will damage. Even before rain, sometimes when you go to some places where there is garbage and all these things, the smell that is there is not good for our health. But it is near our homes, and no one takes. We are all waiting for the government to come and remove
Exactly.
it.
We actually, yes.
But we are just dying. So we are the problem.
Yeah, the problem.
We are the problem. And I also talk about demography. Sometimes we move to places
without finding out what is the error in said place.
We are going to places where we don't even want to wait for the government to tell us the place where you want to buy is good or not good. So we are the problem.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know if I can.
Yes, please.
For example, because I used to work with the communities affected by flood. Okay. So sometimes they know that the flood will occur. but sometimes they will stay there because they are waiting for help. Because they are it's become like they are already like in some village, for instance. They know that if flood occurs,
they will be affected.
Yes, but they will stay there. They have maybe some adaptation strategies. But they will wait for government to help. I even within our work discuss with one of the let's say within the communities when the prefecture they ask people to move, they won't move. Then when the flood will occur, they will just say that we need help
from the government.
But there is something there you have to move on because flood will occur. Because I think we have.
So most times the problem is from the citizen themselves. They know the problem, but they don't want to move because they need help from government when it happens. It's crazy. Now I want to ask. Now corruption. You know, we brought government into it, so let's face them a little. Corruption and weak infrastructure. Is it a bigger disaster risk than nature itself? What do you think?
Yes, I think yes, because nature itself may provoke I like to take flood example.
Okay.
It can create little flood, let's say with less impact,
Yes.
maybe. But when we have a project, for instance,
Yes.
that can help to install drainage system infrastructure,
Yes.
and it's not properly
Managed.
managed, and we just do something
Anyhow.
yeah, so it will affect, it will continue to affect population.
Yes.
When as a citizen we didn't make change, we didn't have the responsibility, the conscience that okay, we have to change something. We always, sorry to say it, but we always waiting for help elsewhere, but we have to do something. Even if they give us money, do we manage very well the money to
that was given.
change things? Sometimes when you go to the communities as a student,
Yes.
and you ask them, they will say, we have problem, flood kill our children, we have, but when we go, for instance, with, I will give, with an organization,
Yes.
that we change the way of, oh, this organization helped us. When they came, it reduced the flood risk. But it's like they are waiting for, if a new organization came,
They will grab it.
I will say that, okay, there is nothing good at all in this village. We have to start
All
by,
over again.
yeah. Or when we come and you say that, okay, we have this problem in our village, but we try to manage this way.
This way.
Yes.
Can you help us?
Yeah.
Then we are going,
Yeah, gradually.
and the change will come.
Yes.
But if always
You're
we
waiting
used to-
for them to.
yes, and to start
With
all over,
mentality.
we won't change, and it won't change anything.
So what do you think, please?
Well, first, what is corruption? Is to turn things upside down.
Yes, please.
For example, we want to do a drainage to avoid flooding somewhere.
Yes, please.
We have to think about 10 years because the problems
The longevity,
increase day by day.
longevity
If
of
for
the
example, we are in 2026 and they are building drainage which is less than 2 meters large,
Yes.
if I am a project manager, all those who are there, I will sack them. I will sack them because they are not thinking.
Yes.
Because they have to make it in such a way that
It has to be durable.
it has to be durable. This is the only difference between Africa and
the Western
and
country.
the Western countries. They are building things for years, and they believe that when they do it this way, it will help what they achieve
Yes.
and go on achieving other ones.
Yes.
Now we bring in corruption because we are selfish. We bring in corruption and we are weak in creating infrastructures.
Yeah.
A road that we are building in 2026,
Yes.
which cannot help in the nearest years because people are buying cars
Yes.
every day,
Yes.
and at the end of the year we will have how do you call it? When you break from the office at 5 o'clock and you have to get home at 10 p.m.
Yes.
just because
There's
road
traffic.
was not, there is traffic.
Yes.
We have to break some things. We have to take decisions and break some things.
Yeah.
Do you think government, Sayasen, do you think the government hide behind the word natural disaster? Do you think that they hide behind it to avoid blame of their own failure?
They say that the behind natural disaster is to be so much hard on them because government always does things according to the capacities that they have.
Yes, that's true.
I want to appreciate government
Yes, please.
on what they do because they cannot do everything.
Yes.
I will say it this way. There are some government institutions that do their works,
Yes.
but other institutions have lack of fund to do. That's why many a times they go for support elsewhere.
Yes.
But the moment they have it, they do. Because all have to do with the planning,
That's
the
true.
projects that they have and how to manage the project. Here, for example, if I see some countries have the possibility to create corridors joining some other countries.
Yes, please.
But just because they don't have the necessary fund, they take it from other organizations to be able to do it. But in the same way, populations of this government have problems that they need to solve. So how to manage all these things? They don't always, even if you can say over 5%, they hide behind some things, or over 95% is the management of projects. That is their problem.
Because there are allocations of bills, you know. There is this, you know, before every administration, every year, there's an allocation of funds, you know. They allocate it for infrastructure, for healthcare, you know. There are allocations, but then there are cadres, you know, before the money comes down to the right organization that is to handle the said whatever, they said infrastructure, the money has already cut. And at the end of the day, there's not enough, we don't have enough funds to handle said.
What you are saying
Yes.
is true. It's true in many administrations.
Yes.
But at the same time, it is not true in every administration. I followed, I am not giving them a hug, but I followed at the beginning of the year, the Togo government were able to present a budget. And on this budget, they said there are some things that they have to do. But as we were entering the year, there were some troubles, there were some problems. And where does the money come to solve those problems?
It's from the allocation.
Yes, so those allocations will be done. Or those actions that they wanted to do will be done in a way according to reprogramming. So we cannot blame them.
We can't exactly blame them. Now, I want to ask you something, right? Do you think individuals should be fined? When I say fined, as in if you drop anything, you pay. Do you think they should be fined for actions that lead to disasters? Do you think it's something that will be implemented in Africa, considering? Can it work?
I think it's one of the way, maybe, because I heard, for instance, in Benin, they started to find people for littering things all around the road and all of that. But I think it's one of the way.
Can it exactly work?
Yes. People can say, okay, they will just ask me to pay something, right? So I can just do what I want to do. I think this need to be combined with the education of the population regarding to environment disaster. Also, they need to be aware of the risk, what the action provoke in the future. They need to take to have this let's say explanation regarding the action. So, and this also has to be combined with maybe the person does have a good collection service of waste, something like that. So I think it's not only that can reduce the flood risk.
Okay, so finally, before we wrap up, I want to get like final, what's it called, conclusion on this topic. So let me get your final conclusion on it.
If I should say, let me just talk as a pastor.
Yes, please.
Man is made the first manager of the earth. When God created man, it was to manage the earth, not to destroy it.
That's true.
The one who created it made rules and regulations. What are we doing about it? Because when we see nature itself, nature itself works in reproducing or whatever is destroyed is reproduced naturally.
Yes.
When you see a tree, when you go to forest, when you see a mango tree there, at the day this mango tree is dying, another one is coming up.
Yes.
The same thing is with all the things that God created. But we today we want to build things at places where we don't need to build them. So we are those, if we can get back to the vision of God putting us in on earth and making everything according to his plan,
Yes, please.
we will get back to where we started.
Thank you very much, sir, for that. Ma, please let me hear your final.
Yes, I think we go in the same line. Flood risk reduction is a shared responsibility. Like the government has to play his role by installing and implement a drainage system, a good drainage system. Also the application of the law. And by the side of the citizen, we also have to make change in our environment, our family, our neighborhood, to make change, because nature, it will continue rain. We won't look at what to blame the nature, but we also have to make a change to contribute to the flood risk reduction or disaster reduction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Yasen, for coming. Mama, thank you so much. It's been amazing having you here. So you people have heard it from everyone that has spoken today. It all has to do with us. Okay, if you want to stop the flood thing and if we want to make our environment more conducive to actually live in, stop throwing nylon outside. Stop leaching the environment. It's possible to actually live in a clean environment, particularly here in Africa. Okay, so it begins with you and I, like we've all said. Thank you all very much for joining us today. Until we come your way next week, stay blessed, stay safe. Plenty love from me to you. Bye-bye.